Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click that link below and send a donation. All right, so this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, first off, I'm 23 and a virgin. I've been experiencing a lot of sexual frustration lately, and it's affecting my mentality with women. Every once in a while, I'll be cynical, resentful, and negative when it comes to approaching women because of how long I've been a virgin. I don't like the energy that comes with this because it's going to make it that much harder for me to find a woman to have sex with. Please give me some advice that to deal with this because sexual frustration is taking the fun out of the game for me. All right. So basically, what you got to understand is, and you sort of said it in your email, you said you don't like the energy that comes with this because it's going to make it much harder for me to find a woman to have sex with, right? So the first thing you have to understand is if you're a virgin and you want to have sex with these chicks or whatever, you first have to be able to know how to sort of, navigate through dealing with women to get to the point where you're going to have sex with them, right? So basically you have to sort of check in with your emotions and how you feel and your, how composed you are when you're dealing with these girls. Because let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way funky, right? Every guy, I don't care who he is going to have some sort of, complication, I should say, dealing with women in general. You understand? Like, it's not going to be a smooth sailing thing that, goes along, a lot of times when you're dealing with women, right? So the thing is that, in order for you to get from point A to point B with women, in order for you to get from meeting a chick to actually having sex with her, a lot of times depends on, you and your composure and how cool, calm, and collected you are when you're dealing with women, right? But what you gotta, figure out within your own self is what are the things that are getting you frustrated when it comes to the process, right? So, you have to say to yourself, okay, what's happening with me when I want to go and approach a woman? Am I hesitating? Am I scared to go and approach her? When I finally do approach her, do I feel nervous? Do I run out of stuff to say? Do I get upset when a girl isn't responsive to me? Do I get upset when a girl rejects me? Like, you have to answer all these questions about yourself in the situations. Because once you figure, those things out, then you'll know what you need to work on, right? So let's say you realize like, damn, I notice I hesitate when I really want to talk to certain girls. And, I notice that when I do talk to the girls, when some of them reject me, I get upset and I get really pissed off. And then it just makes me not want to talk to girls. And I end up not talking to a girl for like 2 weeks or something. You understand what I'm saying? I end up not approaching any women for a few weeks. Right? So now that you've identified what the situation is, then you have to figure out, how do I fix those situations? Right? So the thing is, if you're hesitating with approaching these women because you're scared of them, you understand, or you're scared to go and, and talk, right? What you have to say is, okay, well, what do I need to do to actually correct that? What do I need to do to make this work for me? Right? And so a lot of times, let's say, for example, if the present problem is the hesitation, right? Then you're going to have to basically, develop a way for you to really push yourself to talk even though you're scared, or push yourself to talk even if you're not in the mood or whatever. You understand? And a lot of times the reason why you're hesitating is because of approach anxiety. A lot of guys have that anxiety when they're trying to approach a woman. And on my Bad Boy membership audio program, I have a whole program called the Ultimate 5-Step Guide to Getting Over Your Approach Anxiety, which I, go into detail of how to deal with that shit. You understand? So if that's the issue, you have to work on that stuff. Now, let's say another issue is like, you're scared, you get upset when the girls reject you, right? And then that stops you from talking to more girls. Right. So again, you have to say, okay, what do I do? What can I do to, correct that? You understand? And a lot of that is a mindset thing. It's about you, building the mindset of understanding that rejection is part of the game, that it's going to happen to everybody, and that you don't have to take it personally. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff that you are going to need to work on is first realizing the things you need to work on, and then also figuring out or understanding or knowing the specific steps to actually make that happen. So, I can't really explain everything in this one video, but also I can't explain it because I don't really know exactly what's happening specifically with you when it comes to these situations of you approaching girls and interacting with them. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on specifically. So you know what's going on specifically. So you have to sort of, do some work and figure that out, right? So that's one part of this whole situation. The second part of the situation is this, and this is very important, and this is going to help you to, really make it more likely that you're going to have sex faster, right? Now, a lot of times when guys are virgins or when guys don't really have that much experience with women, a lot of guys will, wait until they see the perfect type of girl to get with, right? And a lot of guys who are virgins or a lot of guys who don't have experience with women, they sometimes have this thought process of wanting to get a girlfriend. I hear this a lot. Like every time when I hear a guy say, I want to get a girlfriend, it's usually a guy that doesn't have that much experience with women, because guys who usually have a lot of experience with women don't really want girlfriends. You understand? And the reason why is because they have a lot of experience with women, right? And so what those guys usually want is just more sex. They don't really want the girlfriend part. The guys who don't have the experience want the girlfriend because they want the sex, and they feel like, well, I can get more sex if I have a girlfriend, which to an extent is true. But that's mainly why they want the girlfriend, because they want access to the sex. You understand? So both types of guys want the sex, but the guy who wants the girlfriend wants her because he doesn't have that much experience, getting that shit popping. You understand? But anyway, I digress. But the thing is this, is that, the thing that you have to do is, because like I was saying, a lot of guys, they're looking for that perfect girl. They're looking for that girl who is their type. They're like, oh, I don't want to go and approach her because she's not my type, or oh, I don't want to go and approach her because she's not pretty enough. No, if you are a virgin, anybody who's a virgin listening to this, what you need to do is you need to focus on talking to as many fuckable women. You understand? Not the girl who, don't fucking be daydreaming about that chick in your class that you're all in love with and shit. Don't be, having this fantasy girl in your head. No, listen, you need to start approaching more fuckable women. What are fuckable women? Fuckable women are women who you're attracted to enough to want to fuck them. You understand? They might not necessarily be your type of chick. They might not necessarily be the your ideal type of girl, but they're cute enough that you would fuck them. Now, why the fuckable women? The reason why is because you are going to run into more fuckable women than the women who are specifically your type. You understand? Like me, for example, if I were to only try to holler at chicks or interact with chicks that were my ideal type, I'd probably only be able to holler at maybe, 25 girls a year, if that much. That's all I see. Like 25 girls that are like this is the one that I fucking like. 25 of them in a whole year, because you're not going to run into those type of chicks a lot. You understand? And the reason why you're not going to run into those chicks a lot is because, especially if you have a specific type, a lot of times your specific type it's a small number of people that are like that in most cases. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, there's the exception, but in most cases, there are, a small amount of people who are that specific type. Like a lot of times when women, they'll have this ideal type of guy, and I see women do this a lot on fucking online dating sites. They'll say, oh, I want a guy who's 6 foot something. And most dudes ain't 6 feet. You understand what I'm saying? Most dudes are shorter than 6 feet. So if she was just like, oh, I'm only trying to fuck with my ideal type, it's going to be harder for her to acquire any type of dudes to fuck with. So the same thing applies to you. If you are looking for that specific type of girl, like let's say, you know, your specific type of girl is like a chick who looks like, I don't know, fucking, what are these kids like today? I don't know, Selena Gomez. I don't know who I don't know what the fuck I like. But anyway, let's say that's your ideal type, you know? And what's going to happen is that you're going to run into way more chicks who are not that type. And if you wait around for that type, that's going to lessen your chances of being able to find someone to have sex with. You understand? So basically, what you need to do here is two things. You need to, one, you have to figure out your shit. Meaning, again, figure out what is holding you back. And once you figure that out, you got to figure out how to fix it. That's the one thing. Then two, you have to start approaching more fuckable chicks. Right? And so with that combination of things that you do with those two things, that's going to lead you to actually having sex. Because the thing is, right now, you being frustrated and, you know, annoyed about certain things and about approaching women, that's not going to help you. It's just going to bring on more frustration. You have to confront that frustration, figure out what you need to do to basically help yourself to get out of that situation into a situation where you're actually talking to more girls and they're being receptive to it. And then also broadening your, range of women you talk to. And the way to do that is to get the fuckable chicks. You understand? And so for the first part, what I'm talking about is that, you know, when you have to figure out what you got to do. This is why I make these videos. This is why I have the Bad Boy membership. This is why I have my books, my DVDs. All of these things tell you what to do. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're like, damn, well, I hesitate when I'm approaching these women, you know, or I'm scared to I'm scared to talk to them, or I don't know what to say, you know, I don't know how to flirt. All of this shit is here. All of that shit is on the Bad Boy membership. All of that stuff is in the books, right? So because a lot of guys, they'll ask me like, so, you know, how do I do this? I'll tell them, hey, you got to do A, B, and C. They're like, how? I'm like, dude, the information is there. You got to get to work. So you got to work on yourself, and then make sure that you are putting your game out there on a broad spectrum. You have to cast that net to the fuckable chicks. And then that's when you're going to start to see results. You feel what I'm saying? And one last thing I have to say about this, and you know, I was kind of talking about it earlier, is that you have to accept sort of the reality that this whole situation isn't going to be a simple, smooth ride, right? And once you accept that, that's the thing that, you know, in itself will sort of calm the frustration down, right? And what I mean by this is this. The reason why most of you guys get upset about these situations, and the reason why most of y'all, you know, will be mad and get frustrated, and you're like, oh, these girls is flaking, they're dissing me, they're rejecting me, this has happened, that has happened, you're pissed off, you're like, fuck, these chicks don't make no sense. Like, I'll be seeing the comments a lot. It'll be like one dude, I'll be seeing a few dudes, they'll write comments on every video, just full of frustration. Oh, all these girls are stupid. They are fucking doing this. And again, I feel the pain. I understand. It's a lot of bullshit that comes along with this situation, right? But what you got to understand is this, is that once you accept that this is part of the game, it will make the frustration less and less, because what happens is that a lot of guys, they are really sort of ego driven, right? So a big part of what's frustrating you is not necessarily that you're not making progress with the chick, right? It's more so that you feel bad about yourself because you're not making progress, because you feel like I'm not cool, I'm a loser, chicks don't like me, I'm whack, right? So you need for the progress to happen in order for you to not feel that way, right? So the thing you have to understand is that you need to be able to know that this is part of the game, so that you don't take the shit personally and look at it as an attack on your ego or your quote unquote identity. Because that's the thing that's really the thing that's frustrating you. Because if you understand that this is part of the game and this is actually how it's supposed to go, that meaning that, you're going to talk to maybe 10 or 15 women and 10 or 11 of them are going to probably ignore you or not call you back or reject you, right? If you understand that is part of it, then, you're not going to be as upset or as frustrated because you understand that that's part of the situation. If you do not understand that that's part of the situation, what you're going to do is you're going to be mad, frustrated, and upset at those 10 or 11 girls who reject you, because you're going to take it as a personal attack on your character. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to really make sure that you get out of that mind state and just make it be focused on you really creating a situation to improve your skills, to improve your game, and to be able to take that game out there and spread it around so that you can benefit from the situations that you put yourself in. All right. So that's pretty much it. And remember, if you need help, go to badboymembership.com and join the membership, or go to MrLocario.com to get the books. I have How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get the DVD, The Bad Boys Guide to Dating. Get the other DVD, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women Seminar. Get the other DVD, Reclaim the Game, New Dating Rules for Men. Get the other DVD, Manhood and the Game. Get the audio program. I got all the shits out there, man. That's what I'm telling you. There's a lot of shit for you to listen to and to hear and to implement into your situation, right? There's no reason that you should basically still be a virgin at this point. You understand? But the reason is because you got to understand that you got to work on yourself in order to make these things happen. All right. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.